EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Keanu Britton forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Levis looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 41 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can throw the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Back to throw, it's Levis. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
The Chargers at 6-2 to start play. They come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing pretty well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat.
And the key for them, as I see it, tightening things up on defense because the offense did its part. They played well, but defensively, way too many lapses of big plays allowed. That ultimately doomed them in their last ball game.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You talk about this Titan defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, They are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender, but a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Chris Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now Levis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Got to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Levis from the gun. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. He's got the connection to Cooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Hand off to Spears. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Levis to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Here's Levis. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
To the right side, this is Taylor. Spins past it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 50 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all living on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way.
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want him to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and a yard. And here's a give to Spears. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Over the middle, Cooper with it. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against him because you're running away from people on it.
Levis back to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Working from the gun, here's Levis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Levis to throw once more. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first. And a loose football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Levis. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Levis sets up to throw here. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Titans go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Charger drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 48 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Pushing his way through. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Charger drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Herbert off of play action. He's going to look deep for Watkins. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Herbert now. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Herbert throwing again. Watkins diving. He's got it. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last. And he loses the football a second time. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Now Herbert following the turnover. Now this one finds McConkey. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, Herbert. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Taylor. Touchdown, Chargers. Extra point try now from Dicker. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. On some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown. As in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Touchdown! Chargers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Levis looking to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Levis out of the shotgun now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's going to have the first down and more than that. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now it's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Herbert back to the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Chris Watkins, 57 yards. And the Chargers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 3. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Titans have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
They snap it to Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Herbert.
And he's got it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Chargers are once again back in front. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Levis.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Levis, he'll look to throw it.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Levis.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
He's into space past the 25.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
2nd and 6 coming up. Levis to throw.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Levis.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got into the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Musgrave's got it outright.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Now Herbert. That's going to be caught by Judy.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Herbert to throw.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
Herbert going to throw.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. One final try here for Will Levis.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done.